Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the structure of neuron. Structure of neuron. There are three parts in neuron. Three parts. First part is cell body. Second part is dendron. Third part is axon. Cell body, dendron and axon. First of all, to cell body. Cell body has a nucleus surrounded by cytoplasm. Nucleus surrounded by cytoplasm. Okay. Then dendron. Here you can notice small fibers. Small fibers arise from the cell body. Small fibers arise from the cell body. That small fibers are called dendrons. Okay. One dendron has many branches at the tip. Many branches are seen at the tip of the dendron. That branches are called dendrites. They are called dendrites. Okay. Then the third part. The third part is axon, right? Third part is axon. The axon is a long fiber. Dendrons are the small fibers, right? Axon is a long fiber arise from the cell body or cytome. Clear? Axon is a long fiber arise from the cell body. Okay. That axon covered by myelin sheath. The outer covering of axon is called myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. That myelin sheath made by some specialized cells. Some specialized cells are seen in myelin sheath. That cells are called Schwann cells. The cells of myelin sheath are called Schwann cells. Okay. Then you can notice the gap between the myelin sheath, right? Some gaps are seen. Gaps are seen in between the myelin sheath. That gaps are called node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier. Okay. Now look at the tip of the axon. Tip of the axon has some axon terminates. Some branches are seen there. They are called axon terminates or axonites. They are the axon terminates or axonites. Okay, so axonites are the branches at the tip of the axon. Okay, axon terminates or axonites. Clear? At the tip of the axonite, you can see a bulb-like structure. A bulb-like structure is seen at the tip of the axonite. That bulb-like structure is called synaptic knob. The bulb-like structure seen at the tip of the axonite is called synaptic knob. Synaptic knob. Okay, my dears. So these are about the structure of neuron. These are the major parts of a neuron. Have you understood? Okay. Now let us have a discussion about the function of neuron. Function of neuron or nerve cells. Nerve cells are the receptors, right? Receptors help to receive the stimulus or messages from the surrounding. Okay. Here you can notice that the main part of neuron, dendrites, help to receive the messages from the surrounding, stimulus from the surrounding. Clear? Then that messages, that stimulus convert as nerve impulses or neural impulses. Then the neural impulses, nerve impulses transmit through the dendron to cell body. Dendron to cell body. From the cell body, the neural impulses, the signals passes through the axon. Axon and it reaches to axon terminals. Axon terminals or to the nerve endings. Clear? Now the impulses reach to the nerve endings or axon terminals. Like this way, the messages passes through the pass through the what neuron? Pass through the neuron. Okay. Okay. And we already learned that the myelin sheath is a covering of axon, right? When these signals pass through the neuron, the myelin sheath helps to increase the speed of the signals or the nerve impulses. Myelin sheath helps to increase the speed of the nerve impulses or neural impulses. Okay, so these are the functions, major functions of the each parts of neuron. Functions of each parts of neuron. Okay. Here, dendrites receive the stimulus or messages. Dendrons carry that signals to the cell body or cytosol. Axon carry that messages. Axon carries that messages from cell body to the axon terminals or to the nerve endings. Okay, so all of you have to try to find the functions of the each part of neuron. Clear? Okay, and the outer covering of axon is myelin sheath, right? So myelin sheath helps to increase the speed of nerve impulses, or messages. Okay, yes. There are millions of neurons nerve body. Okay, and that neuron helps to carry the impulses or signals to all over the body, right? All over the body. When the impulses are transmitted, the impulses or signal will transmit from one neuron to adjacent neuron. So there is a junction between two neurons. The junction between two neurons are called synapse. Synapse is a junction between two neurons. This synapse helps to transmit the impulses from one neuron to adjacent neuron. Synapse helps to transmit the impulses from one neuron to adjacent neuron. Now let us have a discussion about the transmission of impulses from one neuron to another neuron through synapse. How is it possible? Through the synapse. Clear? At the time of impulse transmission, at the time of the transmission of impulses, at the time of the transmission of signals, the signals reach to the axon terminal, right? Axon terminal. We already mentioned that axon terminal has a bulb-like structure that is called synaptic knob. The nerve impulses are electric impulses. They are the electric impulses. They have electric charges. Okay, when the electric impulses reach to the axon terminals, the synaptic knob produce a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. The main function of acetylcholine is acetylcholine helps to convert the electric impulses to chemical impulses. Okay, then that chemical impulses passes through the synapse to the next neuron. Okay, so the electric impulses conveys to chemical impulses. That chemical impulses passes through the synapse to the adjacent neuron. Clear? Like this way, the neuron transmission will be continued through the neurons. Okay, then the nerve impulses reaches to the nervous system, and that will cause the sudden responses in the body of organisms. Here the stimulus creates the response, right? By the transmission of impulses, here the stimulus creates the responses. Okay, I hope you understood about this topic.